guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kira the doll, back for yet another Baddies East review. This is episode 20 and it's actually the last episode, so the next time I'll be doing a review on Baddies will be the reunion. But other than that, we just gonna get into it. I'm gonna say how I feel about the season, how I feel about each individual cast member. And this season overall, I feel like was not the best season of Baddies. I feel like last season was definitely better. Baddies West was better. I don't know if it's because Krishan is gone, but the casting definitely played a part in just this season sort of being a flop, because it definitely wasn't as interesting as it could be. I feel like, hopefully next season it goes better, but I don't honestly see this getting any better. I kind of just see it getting worse. So let's just get straight into it. We're taking a very, very, very deep dive this recap, so hold on, you guys. So this episode starts off with Suki versus Mariah. I feel as though this fight was completely uncalled for and unnecessary. Like, these two girls were standing there for a good minute when Sapphire randomly decided to swing. Yes, she said that Mariah took off her bag, but in my eyes, it was random the moment that she swung on Mariah. And from the fights, once they do get in the water, Sapphire looks like she got the best of Mariah. To me, Mariah kind of looked like she was drowning, but I did see Mariah connect once. But Sapphire had a ring on and she hit her with that ring. So, a lot of people go off of the aftermath of the fight to say who won. In my opinion, I feel as though it was sort of a tie, like they were in the water, So none of them, in my opinion, was really able to do as much damage as they would have. Like, Sapphire got a few hits in and Mariah got like a hit in. So it was just like, it wasn't really nothing. It was too fast. What I will say, though, is Sapphire never went back and got her wig, though. I just thought about that. Like, she literally did not get that wig. I don't know if, because it was in the water and plus she's on camera and stuff. But she did not get her wig. She literally walked around with her permed ends looking a mess. But this is a little, rewind of the fight, just so y'all can see them angles, see Sapphire looking a mess. It was all a mess, y'all. Like, I cannot. So now at this point, they pull Mariah away, and this is where we get to see Mariah's fake face and the fact that she's leaking badly. Basically, Sapphire has a ring on, and you'll eventually see the ring. I'm going to point out the part that you can see the ring on her hand. And her ring is very husky. Look at the security guard's face. Like, everybody know that this shit is crazy. But it's just like, I feel like, okay, yes, Sapphire connected. But the rings, the same thing with Natalie versus Scotty. The rings, they're not really an indicator that you won. I'm sorry, because Sapphire, you way bigger than her. But Mariah swings on Suki. However, they say that it didn't connect. So, Suki gets mad and she like, all right, let's fight then. And she mad that they not letting them fight, which, let's be so for real right now, Suki. I think the reason why they not letting y'all fight is because y'all are on steps. Do you not know that's an easy, fatal situation? If somebody fall down them steps, their life is probably over. Now, this is the point where Suki and Sapphire start to taunt Mariah, saying, y'all got her eye, look at her eye, and, the whole nine. I feel as though Suki has a right to be mad at her right now because she did swing on her. But as far as Sapphire, it just had me completely bamboozled because I just wanted to know, where was all this energy for Rolly or E.T.? I feel like Mariah was saying, you snuck me. I feel like it was sort of true because, a fair fight is saying, all right, put up your guard, let's go. She just, strode off on her when they were standing next to each other for a good minute and she didn't ever say let's fight, So at the end of the day, a sneak is a sneak. But at the same time, Mariah should have been ready, because at the end of the day, if you in the hood, nobody got to tell you like let's go. You got to be ready. So during this back and forth between Mariah and Suki and Sapphire, I felt as though Mariah had very valid points. She brought up the fact that Sapphire didn't fight ET, but she want to fight her, which is true as hell. That's just tea. That's tea. So, and Sapphire's like, okay, I took that L, but I beat your ass. And I'm just like, honestly, I don't know about y'all, but for somebody big as Sapphire, Mariah had that point. She was like, you big as hell. For somebody big as Sapphire, you should have really fucked Mariah up. Like, you hit her doink doink with a ring. You should have really fucked her up. It should have been way more than that. But for your size, you really didn't have much to show for even the smallest Mariah. So now at this point, Mariah basically sticking to her story of getting snuck, and she want to get away from them, but they in the way, and she don't got nowhere to go. So, they just trying to get up the steps or whatever, and Suki and Sapphire literally follow her to her sprinter. And Mariah is smart. She say, they not about to jump me, which I could definitely see happening. Like, ain't no way that one of y'all is about to fight and the other one not gonna hop in. Like, nobody can't tell me otherwise. I found this part very cringe for just the fact that why are y'all following her to the sprinter? But basically, I feel as though Sapphire is a clown for needing a cheerleader to fight Mariah, and for lying and saying that Mariah wanted to fight Suki. Like, be so for real. Why would Mariah say she wanted to fight Suki if she acting this scary? And I feel like Suki is a clown for forgiving Sapphire that easily and letting Sapphire manipulate her the way that she did, because Sapphire manipulated the fuck out of this situation. Nobody can tell me otherwise. Honest question is, who else witnessed Mariah saying that she wanted to fight Suki? If everybody else witnessed her talking shit, who witnessed her saying that she wanted to fight Suki other than Sapphire? Because I truly believe that Sapphire made that up and ran with it. And just the fact that Sapphire was so mad during this altercation, it just confused me, because like, why are you so mad? I just didn't get it. It just gave bully. That's literally what it gave to me. Also, by the way, there's the ring on her finger. I wish I had a better picture, but basically Suki tells her coochie stink for the last time. Sapphire says, we love you and good night. That was just so confusing. Like, I don't know what they was on, but they had to be lit. So then the other girls get on the bus and Mariah fills them in. People commented that Mariah deflected and talked about nothing that happened during the situation, but I honestly felt her point of view. She said that Sapphire thought that she was sweet. Sapphire didn't want to fight ET. She would rather fight Mariah because she felt that that was an easier fight, which I completely agree with. Now, Natalie dad gets on the bus. Y'all, I'm taken back. She got a real live black dad. But she said her dad concerned. Natalie, fuck out of here. But anyways, he get to talking. He like, I ain't with all that. It was 2 versus 1. Them girls was big. She little. And I ain't hear not one lie, y'all. I'm really done. They had to give Mr. Earl his little bit of camera time. You feel me? But anyways. So, yeah, Mariah just filling them in on what happened. And now they're on their way back to the house. Mariah's going to go in with House B, so she's meeting up with them. And in my opinion, they definitely were bullying Mariah. Because if you think about it, Mariah went all the way back to the beginning. That morning, it was Rolly, E.T., and Sapphire, all 3 ganging up on her. That is not fair. That's not fair. It's never fair if it's not one-on-one. Then later on that night, it turned to Sapphire and Suki bullying her. Each time, the whole day, she was being bullied. And it's just like, it's no other way around it. It's really not. Because Sapphire felt the opportunity to do it because everybody was against her. Versus Rolly and E.T., she didn't have as big of an audience. And that's why I feel like Sapphire is just a complete snake. You really got to watch out for them kind of people because she's hiding in plain sight. Sapphire is a pure opportunist. Those girls literally wouldn't leave Mariah alone. They was harassing her. So the fact that Suki said that Mariah was harassing them, it was just like, girl. And then we get back to where the problem truly originated. It started when Suki made the tweet. Mariah wasn't singled out, but of course, somebody has the right to be upset about a tweet you made about them, even if the tweet had several names, y'all. So it's just like, what y'all expected Mariah to do? Like, just not get mad over... I would have been mad if my name was included. You know, I not mad, but like felt some type of way, which brewed their animosity towards each other. Because Suki, why would you even involve her name in the tweet if you didn't feel no way about her? You had felt some way about her too. So don't just try to make it seem like it's all Mariah, like you didn't start it. She started it and Mariah egged it on, and then Suki finished it. House B is glad to have Mariah, and Mariah is glad to be there. And it's honestly just sad what people will do for clout, and that's just how I feel about Sapphire. So now Natalie's van is just talking about what happened. And I wanted to comment on Suki. Why do her face be looking stuck? Like, is it just me, or she be looking like she talking but her face ain't moving? So she just telling everybody that Mariah wanted to fight her, and they seen her on the river. She told her that her coochie stink, and Mariah got very mad, and they said that they was just playing when they said that. And Suki said she told her to stop harassing her. And this made everybody in the van chuckle. Rolly just found this whole situation so amusing. And I was just feeling as though, all right, was this beef true beef, or did y'all do this for the cameras? Then Natalie asked the girls, what should they tell the girls for future seasons? Sapphire is the first to put her 2 cents in. And honestly, I felt as though everything that the girls was saying was something that somebody needed to tell them. Like E.T. gonna say, tell them to stop being so thirsty for camera time. Like, girl, didn't you hop on T for no reason? Didn't you want some camera time when you first got here? Let's cut this shit. Be so for real. I also found it so funny that they was playing a drinking game with a damn near empty bottle. Like, come on, y'all. Come on, Zeus. But yeah, they finally make it to Bob Marley's house. And, you know, they said it's E.T.'s birthday. She said she never does anything. Oh, how sad. Like, you know, okay, you get to turn up with the baddies. So I also realized that the two groups visited the house at 2 different times. Like, they went through it at 2 different times, I guess, so they don't mess anything up. You know, they can't be trusted. Then they literally said Bob Marley's house a million times. Like, and then Suki said she used to live around the corner from Bob Marley's house, and that's the truth. She's from Wilmington, Delaware. That's also where I'm from, not where I'm currently am. But yeah, Bob Marley he lived in Delaware, which is a fun fact. Not many people know what Delaware is. We by Philly. Yeah, we up there. So anyways, not everyone is dressed for the club just yet, but it looks like, you know, majority of them are dressed and ready to go to the club. And, you know, they just all meeting up. First is House B, and then House A is eventually going to get there. And, you know, they all acting excited. This is their last night together. Natalie asks, you know, is there anything that anybody wants to say? And Sapphire goes first, which I just think is wild. Like, she thinks she running the show or something. Like, she think this her show now. So I feel as though, like, all of the stuff that they were saying was just, like, so delusional. And, like, they was just throwing shots. And I felt like these girls was full of shit. It was Sapphire. She went first. Then it was Rolly. Then it was E.T. Rolly sitting up here like, I wish the best for all of you guys. And E.T. is like, oh, I'm about to cry. I'm going to miss everybody. I'm shy. E.T. shy. Scotty up here about to cry. Scotty also kind of ran with that shy narrative, saying, I don't like talking in front of too many people. And I'm just like, I feel like y'all too old to be shy. Like, especially being on TV. Y'all, like, y'all know what y'all signed up for. Like, you know. Come on. The reality TV been happening since the beginning of times. Like, get with the program. Give us some content. Then Tatted Sky goes, and then we get to Suki. Suki started off very good. She did. She started off very good. She was talking about her experience and everybody she got to mingle with, all the new people she got to meet. And, it sounded so good. And it was rainbows and butterflies. And then we went left. She turns it to Mariah. She said, this girl, I don't know why she keep talking about me. She telling everybody she want to fight me. And I don't know why. I don't know what I did to her. And I'm just like, Suki. And she calls Mariah a crackhead. And Mariah she called her a crackhead in the confessional. Mariah just gets upset and she walks out. And it's just like, at this point, it's old. It really is old. Like, at this point, Sapphire is putting her 2 cents in. It's just like, of course she can't beat the two of y'all at one time. Let's be so for real. And Sapphire is weak as hell because she should have showed this energy with Rolly and E.T. Girl, you're weak. And maybe Suki was right. Maybe she was scared. I really don't know. Maybe she was scared. Either she was scared or she just felt like Rolly was the wrong person to cross because, Rolly has ties with Natalie. But yeah, Teki and Uana bring Mariah back, and then all the girls was able to take a shot together, which was good to see. This is the end. This is the last of the drama, the imaginary beef that was going on. So now they finally get to the club, and everybody's about to clock out. And as everybody's clocking out, I'm gonna give my opinions on each baddie. DJ Sky, I feel like in the beginning, like the first season, she was very unlikable, but I feel like this season she grew on me a little bit. You can't overlook the reasons why you dislike somebody in the first place, but I feel like this season she definitely was chilling and she showed the good parts of her personality, but she definitely is still a clout chaser. Next, we have Sky. I really liked her energy on this season and her growth as a person because, on Black Ink Crew, Sky was off the chain. We all know this. But at the same time, I feel as though Sky didn't belong on this show because the viewers are we probably mostly young adults, young people, we want to see drama. And Sky's too healed. She's too... she's at a point in her life where she should be on a whole different type of show, different angle. I don't feel like this was the right casting for her. I feel like her energy definitely was, it felt good to have her energy on the show, but at the same time, I don't feel like she belonged on the show. Next, we have Camilla. I feel as though she didn't belong either, but at the same time, Camilla, I really enjoy her growth. She's one of my favorite bad girls. So, it was amazing to see her growth. But I feel as though she's a little different from Sky because, she's an actual bad girl. This is her franchise. So I feel like she didn't belong here because she's so grown. But at the same time, she's an OG baddie. So, you can't really take that away from her. Next, we have Scotty. And I just want to say, girl, go home. Go home. Say nah. But yeah, she definitely grew this season. But I feel as though she definitely took up space that could have been used some way, another way. I feel as though she's been on too many seasons. I feel as though, she needs to find her own lane. And she needs to find what will better suit her, like modeling or something more up her alley, because I feel like she has a lot of potential. She definitely does. And I feel like this franchise is kind of sucking her in and bringing her down in a way, because she definitely could have went in a whole different direction, which she still can. But I feel like this is just, if anything, is messing up her reputation for the future if she did want to do something bigger. Next, we have Sapphire, and I feel as though she is really a snake. Like, they pointed out the fact that Sapphire is a Pisces. Krishan is a Pisces as well. And what these two girls have in common is that they like to play victim. Sapphire for her to say that Mariah needs to take accountability, I feel as though Sapphire needs to take accountability. Like, yes, she said that she was wrong for the situation with Suki, but that should have never went down like that, point blank, period. So you shouldn't even have this to take accountability for if you was real. But, everything comes to light. People can only be who they are. And she's definitely not a true friend to Suki. And I hope Suki don't let her drag her down. Next, we have Teki. I feel like Teki, to me, she gives sort of a snaky vibe too. Like, I liked her this season, but the reason why I say this is about her is because I feel like she didn't say much because she was on camera. I feel like she should have spoken up way more. Like, I feel like this season could have went way differently if certain girls spoke up. Like, Teki is a powerful person. If she would have spoke up and been like, nah, these bitches is bullies, really gave us some true entertainment, like be on teams or some shit, like give us that Bad Girls Club true feel again. Like, it's just more so how the real world is nowadays. Every man for themselves. Like, everybody only worried about themselves. But I feel like if these girls really came together and was on teams and stuff, and everybody spoke their mind, then it would have went better. Because I know for a fact Teki wasn't with half of the bully shit that was going on. I know that she peeped what was going on. I know that she peeped Rolly was half of the time in the shit, but she never said nothing. And I really didn't like that because, what are you here for? You supposed to be here to stir up the pot. Do something, Everybody should be able to say their opinion. But the way that she sat back and didn't say nothing, but the only time she felt the need to speak up was about Smiley. It was just like, yeah, she gives sneaky to me. Next, we have Anta. I mean, at first, I really liked the Anta. I did. But over time, it was just like something about her voice started to annoy the fuck out of me. Like, she was likable at first, but she started to rub me the wrong way. I feel as though just her bark and she don't be biting every time. Like, she chooses who to have beef with, and she acts so big and bad, like she can't get snapped in half, like she's not fragile. Like, sweetheart, please be true to you, because you didn't buck on Suki, Krishan, or Teki. So now we have Biggie. And I feel like she grew on me this season, and she definitely did her big one. Big Biggie, big Dominican. You already know what it is. Yeah, but Biggie did her big one, and I feel like, compared to last season I didn't really like Biggie like that. I'm not even going to cap to y'all, but this season, I love Biggie. I'm not even about to hold you. Like, she's the entertainment. Like, last season, I feel like she was able to showcase her personality more, but this season, I feel like her bright light on the last season is what got her hatred on this season. And that just goes to show you, like, when your light is bright like that, people always gonna try to dim it. So now we got ET. I feel like this girl has a lot of room to grow, because I seen a post about her and they said that she's about 29 years old, y'all. So I feel like ET has a lot of growing up to do. Talking about she's shy. Girl, at this age, like, come on now. You got 2 kids. What is you shy about? Like, you don't push 2 kids out that coochie. Come on now. But she says she's the underdog. And, I mean, I don't know if I feel like that way about her. But I do feel like, you definitely don't know where she's going to end up or where she'll be in like 5-10 years, or she's in the beginning of her journey compared to a lot of these other girls who are already established in the game. So I hope that, she goes in the right direction. But, she's going to take a lot of growth, because she's a little bit of an airhead. She is. Like, she let them put bugs in her ear this season, and she was really the puppet, and she didn't even see it. You should have been able to see that. So next we have Mariah. And I feel as though she is a little scary, but at the same time, she's one of the ones who had the most fights this season. Like, Mariah was in a lot of drama this season, even though she was kind of in the background. So it's just like, I feel as though she's scary. She definitely don't be wanting to fight certain people, but I can't discredit her from getting in that paint every single time. She fought every single time that she had to fight. And, so what can I say about that? So next we have Miss Iguana. We have Miss Roly Poly Snack Mills. And she said she not going nowhere. She said she ain't going nowhere, Zeus. People said Roly got too much tea on Zeus. She ain't going nowhere. And she said she will be back for season after season after season after season. And she said E.T. shy. Why everybody keeps saying E.T. shy? Like, what? But yeah, Roly said she ain't going no motherfucking where. So that little petition y'all did. Yo, like, I wish that petition could come to life because I want Roly to get the fuck off my TV screen. I ain't know somebody could make me this fucking mad through a fucking screen. Roly, go home. Go home. Go home, Roly. Damn. Roly done got on my goddamn nerves this season. Like, at first, the first few seasons, I actually liked her. But this fame is going to this bitch head. I don't know what drugs these bitches be off, but they off a good motherfucking one. Roly, like, she's just a bully. That's just point blank about Roly. She's turned into a bully, and it's like, I feel like the main reason why she gets in so much drama is because she's probably getting some type of cut, or like, they're telling her something behind the scenes. So she just feel like, let me fight everybody. Because Roly literally, it's like she's the initiator or some shit. Like, everybody got to go through her. She's the final round to be on Baddies Reunited or some shit. I really don't know, y'all. So lastly, we got Suki. And she says that she turned this season up. And I do feel as though since Suki got there, the season has started to get a little bit more interesting because it was just so boring. But with that being said, that made me start to question, was all of this that she brought with her, was all of this chaotic energy genuine, or was she just trying to go viral? Like, was it, you feel me? Like, was this just like literal stuff that was happening, or did you and Sapphire really sit there and plot about what y'all was going to do and how y'all was going to be the stars or something? Because that's what it started to give with just the fact that she said she turned the show up. I mean, at the same time, she could just be being cocky and confident, which is nothing wrong with that. But just the fact that how it ended off with Mariah, it's just like, that gave y'all just want to beef with anybody, like y'all didn't care who it was. Y'all just want to beef with anybody, and Mariah was there and she was chosen. Last but not least, we have Miss, my name was Natalie, none of you bitches still couldn't chin check me. And how I feel about Natalie, she need to go the fuck home too. I'm not even about to lie to y'all, but getting more into the end of the season, I do feel like she's been chilling. In the beginning of the season, she was stirring up drama, and, I feel like she was bullying as well in the beginning. Like with T, she must not have liked T. She must have been a little jealous of T. But in the fight with Camilla, that was definitely a stunt. And I feel like, which was all at the very beginning, so maybe she just was trying to get the show off the ground and get it, taken off. But I feel like towards the end, she started to chill a lot more. Like, she started to be more of a mediator. And I feel like the person that she wanted to be from the beginning, but she must have felt like she had to involve herself. But I just feel like at this point, Natalie, we tired of seeing your ass. You getting too old. Go home. Go home. You is EP. Go home. This should be residual. Go home. This girl clocking in every day. Like, damn. You've been doing this shit for all these years. You can tell Natalie tired. You can tell she tired. I'm not even trying to be funny. You can tell Natalie tired. Like when they was in Jamaica, Natalie ain't even tried for the cameras. Like Natalie, you could tell towards the end, it just looked like she wasn't there. Like she compared to like the past few seasons, how she used to be off the chain, bucking, just doing whatever. Like towards the end, Natalie's mental wasn't there. But I really appreciate all of you guys for watching. This was the longest one yet. I'll see you guys when the reunion comes on. Let me know your opinions on this season and this episode. And, be sure to stay engaged. Let me know what other content you guys would like to see. Things of that nature. Just leave comments. Let's keep the community engaged. But yeah, see you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.